Broken heart, she was forced to marry a man she feared. Fire. But she had no idea he would become the only one she couldn't escape. The wedding wasn't her choice. It was a deal. Cold, calculated, and impossible to refuse. Ariana Blake stood in front of the mirror, dressed in white, but she didn't feel like a bride. She felt like a sacrifice. Time, someone said behind her. Her hands tightened slightly, because once she walked out, everything would change, forever. Across the hall, he was waiting. Damian Cross, a name people didn't say lightly. Powerful, dangerous, a man known for one thing: control. This marriage wasn't about love. It was about power, a contract between two families. One mistake from the past, being fixed by this union. Ariana walked down the aisle slowly, eyes forward, heart racing, and then she saw him, standing there, calm, unreadable, like this meant nothing to him. That made it worse, because to her, it meant everything. Do you agree to this marriage? The question echoed. She didn't answer immediately, because deep down, she didn't want this, didn't want him, didn't want this life. But she had no choice. Yes. The word felt heavy, like it didn't belong to her. Damian didn't hesitate. I do. Cold. Certain. And just like that, it was done. Two strangers, bound together forever. Later that night, the mansion felt too big, too quiet. Ariana stood near the window, trying to breathe, trying to understand what just happened. The door opened behind her. She didn't turn, because she already knew. You should rest, his voice said. Calm. Controlled. She finally faced him. I don't belong here. A pause. You belong where I say you belong, he replied. That hit hard, because it wasn't anger. It was truth. And if I don't accept that, she asked. He stepped closer. Not rushed, not aggressive, but powerful enough to shift the air between them. You will, he said quietly. Silence. Because something about him wasn't just controlling. It was certain. Like he already knew the outcome. I'm not someone you can control, she said. For the first time, a faint smirk appeared on his face. That's what makes this interesting. Their eyes locked. And in that moment, it wasn't just tension anymore. It was something else. Something dangerous. Because this wasn't just a forced marriage. This was a battle between control and resistance. And neither of them was ready to lose. Marriage didn't change anything. If anything, it made everything worse. Ariana Blake woke up in a room that didn't feel like hers. Too quiet, too controlled, too his. She stepped out into the hallway and immediately felt it. Eyes on her, staff, guards, everyone watching, not with curiosity, with awareness. Because now, she wasn't just a guest. She was his wife, and that meant something, even if she didn't want it to. You're up early, his voice. Behind her, she turned. Damian Cross, already dressed, already in control. Couldn't sleep, she said coldly. Get used to it, he replied. A pause. This life doesn't come with comfort. She stepped closer. I didn't choose this life. His eyes darkened slightly. No, he said, but you're in it now. Silence. Because that was the truth she couldn't escape. Days passed. Tension stayed. Sharp. Unspoken. Every conversation felt like a challenge. Every glance, a test. Until one night, everything shifted. A loud crash echoed through the mansion. Ariana froze. What was that? Before she could react, Damian grabbed her arm. Stay close. His tone wasn't cold this time. It was urgent. Real. Men rushed through the halls. Weapons. Shouts. Danger. Someone broke in, he said quietly. Her heart started racing. This isn't normal, is it? He looked at her. Serious. Focused. This is my world. That one line changed everything. Because now she understood. This wasn't just a marriage. This was danger. And she was in the middle of it. He pulled her behind him, shielding her, instinctively, without thinking. And in that moment, something cracked. Because for the first time, He wasn't controlling her. He was protecting her.
And she felt it.
Truth has a way of finding you, even when you're not ready. The next morning, everything looked normal again. Too normal. Like the danger from last night never existed. But Ariana couldn't ignore it anymore. "You're hiding something," she said. Damien didn't look up from his desk. "Many things. I'm serious." Now he looked at her. "And so am I." Silence. But she didn't back down this time. "I deserve to know why I'm here." A pause. Longer than usual. Then, "Your father owes me." Her heart dropped. "What?" "A debt," he said calmly. "One he couldn't pay." The realization hit instantly. So he gave me instead? No answer. Because he didn't need to. That was exactly what happened. "I'm not a deal," she said, her voice shaking. "No," Damien replied quietly. "You're the only thing he had left." That broke something inside her. Because now, this wasn't just forced. It was betrayal. By her own family. "I hate this," she whispered. "I know." That surprised her. Because there was no coldness in his voice. No control. Just understanding. And that made it worse. Because now, she didn't know what to feel. Flushed face, she was sold into marriage. But what if she didn't want to leave anymore? Fire, would you stay or fight for freedom? Speech balloon comment. Stay or escape? Everything changed after the truth. The anger, the distance, still there. But something else joined it. Understanding. One night, Ariana stood on the balcony, looking out at the city, trying to make sense of everything. "You're still here," Damien said behind her. She didn't turn. "Where else would I go?" A pause. "You could leave," he said. That surprised her. Finally, she faced him. "You'd let me?" His jaw tightened slightly. "If that's what you want." Silence. Because that wasn't control. That was choice. And somehow, that made everything harder. "Why?" she asked softly. "Why give me a choice now?" He stepped closer. Not forcing. Not demanding. Just there. "Because I don't want you here." A pause. "Unless you choose to stay." That changed everything. Because for the first time, this wasn't a prison. It was a decision. Her decision. She looked at him. Really looked this time. Not just the man who controlled everything, but the one who protected her, who understood her anger, who gave her a choice. And that was the most dangerous thing of all. Because now, if she stayed, it wouldn't be forced. It would be real. She took a step closer. Slow. Certain. And in that moment, the balance shifted. Not power. Not control. Something else. Something neither of them expected. Love.